Isang magandang araw, Soxer Jen, para sa Bagong Pilipinas. Welcome sa programang Performing and Informing. Hatid sa inyo ng Presidential Communications Office, Philippine Information Agency at Information Coordinating Network of Soxer Jen o ICONSOX. Sa ngalan ng aming regional head na si Frian Abquilan, ako si Oliver Rivera at samahan ninyo akong alamin ang mga latest development programs, projects and activities ng ating pamahalaan na ipinatutupad sa bahaging ito ng bansa. Tayo ay mapapanood sa mga Facebook pages ng Philippine Information Agency Region 12, sa YouTube at Spotify. Tayo din ay mapapakinggan sa ating mga partner radio stations. And we have with us today ang ating mga kaibigan mula sa Cooperative Development Authority o CDA Region 12 upang bigyan tayo ng mga updates sa kanilang mga serbisyo at programa. We have Senior Cooperative Development Specialist Marilu Husi. Ma'am, good morning. Ang inyong pagbati po muna sa ating mga listeners and viewers po.
Magandang umaga sa lahat. Magandang umaga Region 12
Opo.
from CDA, Cooperative Development Authority.
Batiin natin ma'am ang ating mga kasamahan sa opisina.
Magandang umaga dyan sa ating mga kasamahan sa Cooperative Development Authority Region 12, ang ating butihing Regional Director, si Jeriski Mangelen, at sa lahat ng ating mga CDA personnel sa CDA Region 12.
Po, ma'am, saan kayo based, ma'am?
Sa Kidapawan City po, ang regional office natin po ay nasa Kidapawan City pa ngayon, sa ngayon.
Opo. Ma'am, to give our viewers a backgrounder, ano po ba itong CDA or ano ang trabahong ginagawa ng Cooperative Development Authority?
Ang Cooperative Development Authority ay siyang nangangasiwa at nag-regulate, regulate our cooperative sector. Siya yung nagsisigurado na magiging viable at saka sound yung operation ng cooperatives.
Sa Region 12, ma'am, ilan na po yung cooperatives natin na nag-ooperate within sa iba't ibang mga probinsya and syudad natin?
Region 12, CDA Region 12 ay parang kanyang tinututukan ngayon ay 800 plus na compliant cooperatives. Ang ano niyan, ang operating is 800 plus, but we are monitoring around 700 compliant cooperatives.
Opo, ma'am, ano ang classifications nitong mga cooperatives na to?
Ang cooperatives are classified according to assets. No? Halimbawa, ang cooperative ay may micro, small, medium at saka large.
Okay.
At saka yung micro, yung mga cooperatives with assets less 3 million below. Yun yung na-categorize natin as micro cooperatives.
Okay.
Then small, we have 3 million 1 peso and hanggang 15 million.
15 million.
Yun yung
okay.
Small. Then medium is 15 million 1 peso to 100 million.
Opo.
Then 100 million above, we are categorizing them as large cooperatives.
Ma'am, meron tayong mga billionaire co-ops ba dito sa Region 12?
Yes, mayroon. We have 2 billionaire cooperatives in North Cotabato isa at saka isang sa South Cotabato. Yung sa North Cotabato, we have Santa Catalina Credit Cooperative. And then in South Cotabato, in Polomolok, we have the Dolfield Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Cooperative.
Darby CI.
Darby C, yes.
Opo. Ma'am, anong mga classifications nitong cooperatives? Credit cooperative, ano pa po yung iba?
Yun yung tinatawag na yung type of cooperatives.
Type.
So, yung types nila is according to the business they are engaged in. No?
Okay.
Halimbawa, kung credit cooperative, yun yung nagpapautang, consumer, yung may mga tindahan, marketing cooperatives, we have producer cooperatives, we have hospital cooperatives, we have, yun yung mga services cooperatives. We have also
employee co-ops, mga ganun.
we have also what we call the multi-purpose cooperatives.
Okay,
Ang multi-purpose cooperatives are engaging in one or more business types of cooperatives.
For example, pwede siyang credit, tsaka pwede siyang consumer.
Dalawa. Pwedeng tatlo, maging marketing siya.
Maging multi-purpose na siya.
Opo.
Ma'am, part of the, ano ba to? kailangan gawin ng mga cooperatives is accredit sa CDA.
Mag-register.
Registration.
Registration.
Anong basic requirements, ma'am? Ilang membro sa isang kooperatiba?
Pinaka-basic requirement talaga, the Republic Act 9520, otherwise known as the Cooperative Code of 2008, yun yung parang biblia ng mga cooperatives interoperations, kailangan sila magkaroon ng 15 members. But we, in CDA, we are encouraging them to have more than 15.
Yes.
Kasi, ang law kasi natin, nung pinaka parang karaan na law, ang sinasabi 15.
Yes po.
Nung na-amend na yung ating batas, 15 pa rin, pero dinagdagan kasi ng mga committees.
Okay.
So pag talagang ipunuin yung committees, kulang yung 15.
Yung mga officers pa lang.
Opo. Officers natin, 5 to 15.
Yeah.
5 to 15 yung board of directors. Then mga committees, they are considered also officers of the cooperative. So medyo alanganin pag 15. So we are encouraging cooperatives to be registered cooperatives para mag-ipon sila ng more than 15 na lang para mas maganda at saka mas marami yung pagpipilian sa kanilang officers para sa officers.
Ma'am, anong mga advantages ng pagsali sa cooperative?
Maraming advantages pag nasa kooperatiba ka kasi yung mga maliliit nyo na kapital, ipopool ninyo, magiging malaki yun to start a business.
Okay.
Kasi di ba, 500 mo, hindi yan pwede mag-start.
Yes.
Pero pag 20 kayo, may 500 each kayo, makaka-start na kayo ng maliit na business.
So, meron silang mga nakukuha at the end of the year?
Yun
mga
din.
ganun?
Tama po yung sinasabi nyo na yung capital mo na nilagay mo, magkakaroon ka ng interest on your share capital. At saka may patronage of may patronage refund ka. Ibig sabihin yung mga net surplus nyo, paghahatian nyo sa capital mo, at the same time, yung pagpapatronize mo sa co-op nyo.
Opo. Ma'am, part din ng obligation ng mga cooperatives is yung mandatory report submission.
Yes.
Ano po ito, ma'am?
Yun yung pinaka-importante pag nasa umbrella, you are under the umbrella of the Republic Act 9520, yung law ng kooperatiba, you have to report. You have mandatory report in order for you to have the certificate of compliance. Because the CDA is issuing certificate of compliance or tinatawag natin pinakasikat COC. COC, Certificate of Compliance.
Hindi candidacy.
Hindi. Pareho din.
Compliance.
Compliance. So, you have to submit mandatory reports within 120 days after close of calendar year. So our calendar year is January to December. So within 90 days after December 31, within 120 days after the end of the year, that's December 31, you have to count January 1 to March 120. Yun April. Yung reporting time natin.
4 months most
4
probably.
Months. So, yun yung kasi last na batas, it's 90 days lang.
So ngayon, in-extend na plus 30 days.
Plus 30 days. Kasi yun yung parang mulo ng mga co-ops na nakikinig naman yung mga lawmakers natin.
Ipit kayo sila sa 90 days, ma'am.
Ipit sila may audited financial statement pa man.
Unsa mga reports ni ma'am? Anong mga reports?
Reports are the una-una audited financials. Ang una-una talaga yung Cooperative Annual Performance Report. Yun yung pinaka-report nyo. Cooperative Annual Performance Report na may template naman tayo. And then attachments are the audited financial statement. Audited financial statement
AFS.
Audited by an accredited auditor, accredited by CDA. Kasi we have standard chart of accounts for cooperatives. And then, yung mga accredited external auditors natin, they are trained, informed, and parang talagang
well-equipped pa talaga sila.
About that standard chart of accounts for cooperatives.
Specifically for cooperatives.
Yes. So, para isa lang yung yung language
standard
nila. So yun, audited financial statement. We have also the social audit report.
Ano nito mo?
Yung social audit report, yun yung report ng social activities ng cooperatives na parang nire-render nila sa community. That's why yung cooperatives are tax exempt. Because they
may
are
tax exemption.
tax exempted sila because they have services towards our community.
May mga community outreach programs,
May mga
ganyan.
bloodletting, mga ganyan, mga tree planting, basta sa community. Yan yung one of the reasons why cooperatives are tax exempt. Aside from the fact na binabalik ng co-op yung kanilang net surplus sa mga miyembro. Kasi at the end of the year, walang maiiwan sa co-op na parang ganansya, ganun. Wala. Kasi binabalik yan sa mga members lahat.
Okay.
Pero yung before ibalik, magkuha muna sila ng percentage para sa community.
Okay. For 3%, CSR.
3% of the net surplus should be retained for the Community Development Fund.
Tapos ma'am, itong mga corporate social activities nila ma'am, sila ang nag-identify or merong listahan si CDA kung ano lang ang pwedeng gawin?
It is the prerogative of the cooperatives sa community, where they are operating.
Kung ano talaga yung needs ng community. Yun, sample na may humingi ng tulong, for example, daycare center, mga feeding program.
Depende yun sa kakayahan din ng, kasi mga maliliit din yung mga magkano lang yung kanilang net surplus. 3% yan, igagasta lahat yan talaga for the community. So that's social social audit report. We also have performance audit report. Ang performance audit report, yan yung tinitingnan yan yung template na talagang maganda sa lahat ng parang report ng co-op kasi makikita dyan how they perform financially and socially, no, sa kanila at saka organizationally. Kasi yung performance audit report, hinahati yan sa dalawa, organizational performance nila, mga paano ba nag-cooperate yung mga members, nag-cooperate ba or ang mga officers ba parang may governance ba na maganda, at saka yung may financial report din, makikita kung saan weak yung co-op. So yun yung may template tayo at saka may formula, may computation dun sa kanilang AFS. Pag input nila doon, makikita na doon sa kanilang performance na kung saan sila weak. Yun.
Ma'am, how itong mga reports na ito, paano po ito isasubmit ng ating mga cooperatives?
So may isa pa, may list of officers and trainings attended.
Okay. So
lahat ng mga officers, dapat magkaroon sila ng training. Yung mga maliliit na co-op, they have 8 hours na fundamentals of cooperatives. Annually, hindi naman siya kailangang basta ikaw na maka-training ka within your term. So, fundamentals of cooperatives and then governance and management of cooperatives. So, yun yung pinaka-mandatory training. Pag pag micro ka, yung 3 million below, yung assets, yung training mo 8 hours lang. Yan, may module yan. Pag tumungtong ka na sa small hanggang large ka, 16 hours na yan.
Ma'am, how to submit naman po?
We have online submission.
Pinadali na lang.
Pinadali na lang siya. At the same time, hindi na sila kailangan yung una mag-compute pa yung sinasabi ko na sa performance, sa financial performance. Yung system na magko-compute.
May template na siya. In-code na lang sila kung ilang million ito, ito, and then...
Tapos pagkita nila, makita sa mga board, weak pala tayo dito. May mga assets pala tayo na non-earning. Mga ganyan, makikita na nila.
Tapos, yung deadline natin ma'am 120 days, no? Compliant ba yung ating mga cooperatives sa monitoring natin, ma'am?
We are compliant. Yung 600, yung sinasabi ko nga, yung 600 plus natin, yung sinasabi kong kanina na figure, yung 600 plus natin, yun yung compliant.
Tapos, ma'am, these reports are submitted to CDA para din transparent doon sa mga members and sa
yung report natin, that is really crafted for regulatory purposes para sa atin sa CDA. At the same time, managerial tool para makita nila kung saan sila weak, doon nila i-focus yung plano nila.
Ma'am, unless meron pa po kayong ibang announcements, we'll proceed to the next topic. Ito pong credit surety fund. Sige po. Message po ninyo.
Pinaka-message natin, tapos na yung ating 120 days. Pero because CDA is listening to the mga ng mga
Mga mulo.
cooperatives, we are extending them. The deadline is extended up to May 30.
May 30.
Oo.
So, meron pa pong ilang araw
Oo.
sa ating mga cooperatives. Humabol na po kayo.
Yes,
And then,
oo.
submit the required
Reports.
reports.
Kasi small to large, you have may penalty na tayo
Okay.
niyan.
Ilan
100 pesos per day of delay.
Per day? Ang
Of
laki.
delay. Pero alam nila,
Oo,
nasa
oo,
law,
alam nila yan.
Nasa law kasi yan. We are implementing those para at least, kasi ang haba na ng panahon.
Yeah.
And then they have,
In-extend pa.
parang utang yan nila sa mga members nila. They have
Okay.
to report to the Chair Assembly their performance.
Opo.
Sige.
Ma'am, message po.
Yun, maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Medyo talagang short lang pala ang time,
Yeah.
no? So salamat sa thank you for having us here, no? So yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa PIA,
PIA.
PIA.
Opo, napakinggan po natin ang Senior Cooperative Development Specialist ng CDA Region 12, Ma'am Marilu Husi. Sa ating pagbabalik, kasama naman po natin yung Senior Cooperative Development Specialist, si Sir Mark Ayan Caceres, upang pag-usapan naman po itong isang programa ng CDA na Credit Surety Fund. Magbabalik po ang programang Performing and Informing. Tayo po ay nagbabalik sa ating programang Performing and Informing kasama ang Cooperative Development Authority o CDA Region 12. Ngayon ay pag-uusapan naman natin ang kanilang programang Credit Surety Fund o CSF kasama si Senior CDS Mark Ayan Caceres. Sir, ang inyong pagbati po muna sa ating mga listeners and viewers.
Good morning, Region 12. Maayong buntag sa tanan. So, thank you for this opportunity that we are here to discuss the programs of Cooperative Development Authority Region at Office 12.
Opo. Sir, unsa ning Credit Surety Fund?
So, kaning Credit Surety Fund, it's a new program of Cooperative Development Authority. So, this is under the law RA 10744 or the Credit Surety Fund Act of 2015. Actually, this program is initiated by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Okay, BSP.
And then, in their implementation, wala pang batas noon.
Okay.
In 2015, the Credit Surety Fund was enacted into law. Yun yung tinatawag na RA 10744, Credit Surety Fund Act of 2015. It's a fund generated from the members, cooperative, contributions from LGU, the contribution from land bank or government financial institutions to serve as collateral for the cooperatives will be availing loan from GFIs or Land Bank of the Philippines. So, ang purpose talaga ng Credit Surety Fund is to, in lieu of hard collateral by the borrower, it is the Credit Surety Fund who will serve as collateral for the loans to be borrowed by cooperative.
Parang bond siya, sir.
It's
More of
surety
fund,
surety bond ang term niya. So parang in lieu of hard collateral, ito na yung maging collateral
ni
cooperatives kasi yung mga problem natin before that the cooperatives is unable to secure loans with banks kasi wala silang hard collateral. So si government ngayon nag-create ng program na ito na lang i-collateral natin. Yung contribution coming from the members will serve as collateral na kung mag-loan na sila, ito yung i-collateral sa kanilang loans.
Ano mga category of co-ops ang pwedeng mag-avail?
So dito sa credit surety fund, no, dapat mag-create tayo ng credit surety fund cooperative.
Okay.
So si credit surety fund cooperative, ang mga members niyan is primary cooperative, secondary cooperative. Mention niyo lahat ng cooperatives could be member of the credit surety fund cooperative. So si credit surety fund cooperative, peculiar type of cooperatives to siya, and it could be created only in province and city. So there should only be one credit surety fund cooperative in the province of South Cotabato. So dito sa South Cotabato, we have South Cotabato Credit Surety Fund Cooperative, and the members are the cooperatives, primary cooperatives
operating within the province.
Yes, operating within the province. So matagal na to, way back 2009 pa nag-start ang Credit Surety Fund Cooperative, and in Region 12, we have 5 credit surety funds. So, we have in South Cotabato, General Santos, Sarangani, North Cotabato, and Ditakurong.
Okay,
so,
for Sultan Kudarat.
So, ito na yung chance of the cooperatives. Yung mga hindi talaga kayang mag-access ng loans doon sa land bank or government financial institution kasi wala silang hard collateral, malang title of lands na collateral nila. So, they could join
pang masyadong assets na pwede nila i-ano, sir.
They could join with Credit Surety Fund Cooperative, and then mag-contribute sila ng bondo, of which ang minimum ngayon is 100,000. Okay. Yun yung contribution nila sa Credit Surety Fund. Then, they could borrow now with a land bank.
Okay.
And then, wala na silang hard collateral talaga na ibibigay doon sa land bank. It's the contribution ng mga members ng Credit Surety Fund Cooperative. Yun yung mag-serve as collateral doon sa
parang may assurance din, sir, yung mga GFI. May
assurance din yung mga GFIs natin na in case of default, meron silang
kukunin.
Security.
So, ang nangyayari, sir, para siyang co-op within a co-op.
Yes.
Parang meron siyang mother...
CSF cooperative, then members are cooperatives also, primary cooperative.
Sir, sino yung nagli-lead ng promotion and organization nitong CSF?
So, ang program na ito is initially initiated by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Okay.
Wala pang batas noon way back 2009. So it is the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas who did the promotion, the encouragement to organize a credit surety fund cooperative. And in fact, based on their programs, naka-create sila ng 5 na credit surety fund in Region 12. Isa-isahin ko, yung South Cotabato, North Cotabato, General Santos City, Sarangani, and Tacorong. Yun yung na-create nila. So, with the enactment of law, yung RA 10744, they are mandated or encouraged to registered with Cooperative Development Authority. That's why, yung 5 na yun is magiging si CDA na ngayon yung mag-register, mag-regulate ng mga CSF cooperative.
Under the role of CDA din, sir, is yung regulation and supervision nito mga to ensure na tama yung pagpapalakad. Opo. Sino yung mga sir, pwedeng outside members or sila lang magli-lead nung CSF co-op or within ang officers nila within the member cooperatives din?
Yung Credit Surety Fund, mayroon siyang autonomy and independence.
Okay.
You should elect board of directors, the usual officers of cooperative. So, saan galing yung mga officers? Doon sa paano siya ma-member na mga cooperative. So, i-clarify ko, peculiar to na Credit Surety Fund Cooperative because ang mga members nito for primary cooperatives.
Okay.
Especially, dapat member din si LGU. The local government should contribute cash or financial consideration. So, hindi siya mabuo yung Credit Surety Fund Cooperative. Walang support ni local LGU government unit. At the same time, si member din si GFI, so Land Bank of the Philippines dito. So, halo-halo na yung membership. Cooperatives, member si LGU, member si government financial institution. So, it's a peculiar special type of cooperative. Hindi siya matawag na primary, hindi siya matawag na secondary because the membership is parang halo-halo na it's special cooperative governed by special law, yung RA 10744.
So far, sir, sa monitoring natin itong mga CSF, marami bang nag-a-avail ng na ginagamit siya for loan? Sila ang inaano for collateral?
Actually, dito sa South Cotabato, marami ng cooperatives na graduate from medium type to large because of this program. So, and then, Ang kaibahan nito, if yung primary cooperative na member ng CSF cooperative,
Okay.
mayroon silang individual person na
Hmm.
entrepreneur, tapos walang capacity to loan, pwede sila
Oh.
mag-course through this sa CSF,
CSF
through
din.
their primary cooperative na
So, pwede siya
member.
i-connect dun sa CSF.
Oo,
And then,
so-
CSF na yung mag-ano ng collateral. Oh.
So, ang possible borrower nito sa credit surety fund is yung cooperative
Co-op
mismo,
mismo.
na member.
Yeah?
Pero hindi pwede mag-borrow sa LGU
Yes.
at saka si Land Bank.
Okay.
And then yung mga individual person na
Members.
member ng primary. So may mga maliliit kasi tayong negosyante na member ng primary cooperative na hindi kaya mag-avail sa mga GFI. So ang nangyari doon sila sa mga
CSF.
lending sharks na mga
Okay.
medyo
Oo.
malaki yung interest. So ito yung purpose nito para ma-encourage sila mag-avail ng loan sa government natin na with lesser interest rate. So mas beneficial to sa kanila.
What businesses can CSF Co-op engage, sir? Anong mga businesses po?
Ang sa ngayon sa ating batas, yung business lang na talaga na ma-engage ng credit surety fund cooperative is yung to issue surety cover. So once mayroong member ng CSF cooperative ang gusto mag-loan, ang purpose lang talaga ni CSF is mag-issue ng guarantee or surety na in case of default o mayroon niyang collateral na andito sa cooperative in terms of yung credit surety fund natin. So yun lang talaga so far as of today yung purpose ng
Credit surety fund
cooperative.
So, sir, na-mention nyo kanina, individual members of the co-ops can apply for loans. Pwede ba diretso sila na hindi sila member ng co-op, doon sila sa CSF?
Hindi
Diretso?
pwede. Hindi pwede.
Okay.
Dapat dadaanin mo na sila sa primary cooperative if they're
Okay.
member because that primary cooperative will endorse
Will vouch.
to credit surety fund cooperative. After that, si credit surety fund cooperative naman i-endorse naman yung proposal na loan sa government financial institution which is today is Land Bank yung partner natin.
Opo. Sir, may time frame ba or ilang taon pwedeng yung operating time or operation ng isang cooperative bago sila pwedeng makasali dito sa CSF?
Ang sabi lang naman ito is at least operating for 1 year.
1 year
And then
minimum.
hindi sila net loss of
Okay.
the operation. It could be a member of credit surety fund cooperative. And yung contribution na as per law, a minimum of 100,000. Ito yung i-contribute nila sa CSF mismo, sa credit surety fund na will serve as collateral.
Sir, aside from this, baka meron pa po kayong ibang gustong pag-usapan na program ng CDA before we end the program po? Sige po.
Sa ngayon, no, ito talaga yung ipopromote namin yung credit surety. But it's a new law, actually 2015, but with the implementation of CDA, it started only in 2019. Then nagka-pandemic pa, 2020-21. So hindi talaga to na
Na-push. Oo.
spread sa ating cooperative sectors and the opportunity to have a credit availment sa ating mga financial institution like especially Land Bank, yung mga cooperatives natin na talaga na unbankable.
Yes.
So, yun yung purpose natin talaga dito na yung mga unbankable cooperatives gawin nating bankable through credit surety fund cooperative program natin.
Sir, are there plans na i-move yung CDA Region 12 office dito sa Coronadal City?
Yes, actually mayroon na kami initial agreement with the LGU of Coronadal.
Okay.
So, mayroon we're waiting for the donations or ano pang use of rock.
Use of rock.
And then kung mayroon na kaming noon, the budget for building is ready na. So,
Okay.
kung yun na lang talaga hinihintay yung
Use of rock na lang.
lote na talaga na pagtatayuan ng building.
Kasi ang alas lang nililipatan na po, konti na lang yung wala dito eh. Opo. Meron kayong satellite offices, sir, or Kidapawan base lang po talaga?
Meron kami dito sa Coronadal.
Okay, meron mga assigned din.
Mayroon ding personnel assigned in Coronadal City. Then hindi lang naman sa Coronadal, in other provinces meron din naman. So eventually malilipat din yung
Regional
development
office.
dito sa
Opo, pero assurance natin sa mga miyembro ng mga cooperatives, sir, na pwedeng pumunta sa mga offices natin anytime.
Yes, anytime open po yung office namin, no, Mondays to Friday, and of course you can communicate with our cooperative development specialist assigned in the area. So anytime available yan sila. Although we are limited in personnel, only one person allowed dito sa Coronadal, but we assured you na whatever your needs when it comes to cooperative operations, ready po kami mag-attend ng inyong mga pangangailangan.
Ano mga sir, for example, technical assistance, ano ang pwedeng i-avail ng mga co-op sa CDA?
Sa ngayon, pwede sa mandatory reports, could go
Trainings.
with our CDS, the trainings, kasi meron tayong mga mandatory trainings for cooperatives, especially for those micro and small cooperatives. We are conducting trainings for that para naman maging smooth yung operation ng cooperatives.
Opo. Sir, panawagan na lang ninyo sa ating mga miyembro ng kooperatiba and then sa mga cooperatives mismo before we end the program po.
So, maraming salamat sa pag-invite, sir, sa PIE at sa buong personnel ng PIE. Sa mga cooperative, kung mayroon kayong gustong ipaabot sa CDA, willing po kami or we are available at all times. Yung mga queries nyo or gusto kayong mag-ask for technical assistance, trainings, submission of mandatory reports, andito lang po ang yung Cooperative Development Authority. Mayroon kaming satellite office in Coronadal. In various provinces ng Region 12, mayroon po kaming mga tao na naka-assign doon para mas approachable, mas madali lang i-approach yung mga CDS natin at saka mas madali kayong matulungan in case of mayroon kayong gustong need of help sa inyong cooperatives.
Facebook page, meron ba, sir? CDA?
Yes, meron kaming Facebook page, CDA Regional Office 12. Please follow, andun yung mga updates natin,
Yes.
yung mga programs, latest programs of Cooperative Development Authority. Mayroon din kaming email ad,
Yes, sige po.
r12@cda.gov.ph.
Landline, sir, or contact number?
Contact number, mayroon din kami, yung 064-521-0342.
521-0342.
Yun yung
Landline.
landline namin na
Opo.
contact. You can contact there. Pwede rin sa Facebook namin or pwede rin sa email ad namin.
Okay. Thank you very much sa ating guest mula sa Cooperative Development Authority na ipinaliwanag ang kanilang mga programa at serbisyo para sa ating mga mamamayan dito sa Region 12. Sa ngalan na aming Regional Head na si Frian Abquilan, ako si Oliver Rivera at isang edisyon na naman ng programang Performing and Informing ang aming hatid sa inyo ngayong linggo. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo po, maraming salamat at isang magandang araw, Soc Sergeant.